Have you ever witnessed someone unravel over a simple mistake, turning a small moment into a storm of chaos? In a cozy, dimly lit cafe on a chilly November evening, Karen stormed in, her heels clicking like a metronome of entitlement. Her voice cut through the hum of soft jazz and clinking mugs, demanding a hot cocoa sweeter than sin. The barista, a young woman named Mia with a kind smile and tired eyes, nodded politely, jotting down the order. Karen, however, had misread the menu, ordering an unsweetened dark cocoa instead of the sugary mocha delight she craved. What followed was a spectacle that left the cafe speechless and Karen with a bitter lesson she'd never forget. Mia prepared the cocoa with care, steaming the milk to a perfect froth and blending in the rich, unsweetened cocoa powder as requested. She slid the steaming mug across the counter, its aroma filling the air with a deep, earthy warmth. Karen took one sip, her face twisting into a scowl. "This is disgusting," she snapped, slamming the mug down, brown liquid sloshing onto the counter. "I said sweet. Do you even know how to do your job?" Mia, startled but composed, explained that Karen had ordered the unsweetened version. The menu, clear as day, listed the options: dark cocoa unsweetened and mocha delight sweetened. Karen's eyes narrowed, refusing to accept her error. "Don't lie to me. I know what I ordered. Fix it now, or I'll have your job." The cafe fell silent, all eyes on Karen as she escalated. She demanded a new drink, free of charge, and began tossing sugar packets from the counter onto the floor in a fit of rage, claiming they were useless for her ruined cocoa. Customers exchanged glances, some annoyed, others amused. Mia, maintaining her professionalism, offered to remake the drink with extra syrup at no cost. But Karen wasn't satisfied. She wanted an apology, a refund, and the manager. Enter Tom, the cafe's owner, a burly man with a no-nonsense demeanor who'd been watching from the back. He stepped forward, arms crossed, and calmly asked Karen to lower her voice. "Ma'am, you ordered the unsweetened cocoa. We can make you a new one, but you need to respect my staff." Karen's face reddened, her voice rising to a screech. "Respect? For this incompetence? I'm a paying customer." She grabbed her mug, threatening to pour out to prove a point. That's when the twist-cami and unexpected voice cut through the tension. An elderly woman, Mrs. Clara, a regular who'd been quietly sipping her tea in the corner, stood up. Her frail frame belied the fire in her eyes. "Young lady," she said, her voice steady, "I've watched you bully this poor girl for 10 minutes over a drink you misordered. I used to run a diner, and I'd have tossed you out by now. Sit down or leave." The cafe erupted in murmurs, some customers clapping softly. Karen froze, caught off guard by the unexpected ally. The confrontation reached its peak as Karen, now doubled down, refused to back off. She pointed at Mia, accusing her of sabotaging the order out of spite. "You did this on purpose," she yelled, knocking over a sugar canister in her fury, sending granules cascading across the counter like a miniature avalanche. Tom stepped closer, his patience gone. "Ma'am, you're causing a scene. You ordered wrong. We offered to fix it, and you've disrespected my staff and my customers. Leave now, or I'm calling the police." Karen scoffed, believing her status as a loyal customer gave her immunity. She grabbed her phone, threatening to post a scathing review online, live streaming her rant to her handful of followers. "This place is a joke," she declared, oblivious to the growing crowd recording her meltdown. Then came the unraveling. As Karen continued her tirade, a teenage boy at a nearby table, who'd been quietly filming, uploaded the video to social media with the caption, "Karen versus Coco, epic fail." Within minutes, the post gained traction, notifications pinging across the cafe as customers shared it. Karen, unaware, kept shouting until Mia, with a quiet strength, handed her a new cocoa sweetened, as requested. "Here's your drink, ma'am. No charge. Please enjoy it elsewhere." The gesture was kind but firm, a final olive branch. Karen, however, saw it as a challenge. She snatched the mug, took a dramatic sip, and spat it out, claiming it was still wrong. But the crowd wasn't buying it. Mrs. Clara spoke up again. "Child, "You're embarrassing yourself. That drink's fine. You're just too bitter to taste it." The cafe erupted in laughter, and Karen's bravado crumbled. Her phone buzzed with notifications. She opened it to find her rant going viral, not in her favor. Comments flooded in, calling out her behavior, some even recognizing her from past outbursts at other local businesses. The reality hit. Her actions had consequences. She'd been exposed, not as a victim, but as the aggressor. Karen's face paled as she realized the extent of her public humiliation. She stormed out, leaving the untouched cocoa behind, its steam curling into the air like a silent rebuke. The cafe slowly returned to its cozy hum, customers praising Mia's grace and Tom's firmness. Mrs. Clara, now a hero, winked at Mia and returned to her tea. In the days that followed, the viral video sparked conversations online about accountability and kindness. Mia received an outpouring of support, with customers leaving generous tips and glowing reviews for the cafe. Karen, meanwhile, faced a reckoning. Local businesses, alerted to her pattern of behavior, began refusing her service. The bitter cocoa she'd left untouched became a symbol of her refusal to own her mistakes. The cafe, now busier than ever, hung a small wooden sign near the counter with a handwritten note. "Kindness is sweeter than cocoa." It was a reminder of the day, a simple order turned into a lesson in humility. What do you think? Should Karen have owned her mistake, or was she justified in her outrage? Share your thoughts on where the line between customer rights and respect for others lies.